Candlelit dinner for two at his house. One plate, one fork. The next morning, our female sweetheart woke up with a smile so wide you'd think she'd won the lottery. In many ways, she had. Things were certainly off to a great start, and it's only been 48 hours since meeting her Valentine gentleman. She texted him and said she was looking forward to going over to his place for dinner that night, and that she'd be there around 6 o'clock sharp. He replied, "Great. See you then." Her day was filled with a few errands and preparing for her evening with Mr. Don Juan. She laughed. Don Juan. Well, he has swept me off my feet several times, and then there's that way he looks at me, talks to me, holds me, kisses me, looks out for me, plans things for us. Why not? Maybe he deserves the title. He is, after all, well, so far, my fantasy boyfriend. Meanwhile, he was preparing his house to welcome her for a special evening of dinner and whatever else popped up that they'd like to do. You should know, this man likes to keep a clean house. Even his friends who would come over always comment on how clean and spotless his place is. He related that to being a business owner who works from home. And as a writer, he likes a clean environment to work in. Hey, home is where it's at, for me, he'd say. I like being able to think, create, and make money in one room, then maybe hop over to any other room in the house to make maybe love with my female honey. My innamorata. 6 o'clock rolled around, and my innamorata pulled up to his house and parked. He could see the tail lights of her car in the corner of the window that looked out over the driveway. Yep, she's here. Okay, is everything ready? He asked himself. Yep, I think so. Let me turn on the 75-inch TV. I like to program YouTube so I can run a video of some Caribbean beach scene with the waves and sun and palm trees just, blowing gently in the wind on the big screen right here in my living room. That always gives off a romantic getaway feel when you're over at my place. Bam. Got it. Okay, all right. I'll let the doorbell ring a few times and let her wait outside for just a few seconds longer than normal. This approach, like all approaches when interacting with her, are used to help compound any subconscious and mental thoughts she might have about what's to come. For example, she's waiting outside his door. She might be thinking, will he rush to the door or let me stand out here for a while? Is he in the back? Did he hear the doorbell? I'm anxious to go inside and see him. Quietly, he approached the door and slowly opened it. He then peeked through the crack-open door and with a smile said, "Yes, can I help you?" Knowing it was her, of course. She smiled and said, "It's me." "Oh, yes, please, come in. Great to see you." As he swiftly opened the door to welcome her with a great big romantic smile, she walked in, gave him a hug, and looked around. "Wow, I like your place. It's very nice. I like it. Very clean. I love your library of books. And that view of the ocean on your TV looks amazing. I feel like I'm actually being transported to some Caribbean island with you right now. Again, you never stop surprising me." Well, thanks. I like it too. Come on, let's head over to the kitchen and I'll fix us up something to drink, and then I'll give you a tour. Great. What will you have? I've got juice, water, I got beer, I got wine, cold and warm sake, I got tea, you name it, except coffee. I don't have any of that right now. I'll tell you what, I'd love to split a beer with you. Done. Girl after my own heart. Ever have 805? It's a beer called 805. No, never heard of it. And I've got Orion here. This is another beer. It's a Japanese beer, and I've got some other Japanese beers. But yes, let's do the 805. I know you're going to love it. He reached into the freezer for 2 frozen mugs to pour their beers into. I always keep frozen mugs on hand when drinking beer. I love a beer every now and then myself. Oh, like I said, a girl after my own heart. Of course, he thinks that to himself, too. Here you go, as he handed her an ice-cold mug of 805. Thanks. Here, take a sip before you say anything more. She took a sip, swallowed, and then said, this is really good. Not too heavy, no real aftertaste, good body, tasty. I know, huh? It's my favorite beer. I'm glad you like it too. So, how was your day? What did you do? Did you find my place okay? Oh, my day went well. I ran some errands, and yes, I found your place quite easily. Great. Well, I don't know if you're hungry right now. Oh, I am. Feed me. Well, I thought I'd make my world-famous fried rice tonight. If you like fried rice as much as I do. That sounds great. I do love fried rice. You make fried rice? How is it the world's best? Well, when the world hears about how I make my fried rice, it will be the world's best. Really, though. I've had so many people tell me it's the best fried rice they've ever eaten. So it's really just a matter of time before the world hears about it, and it will become the world's greatest fried rice. Okay, great. I'd love to try it. Serve it up. First, while we drink our beer, let me quickly wash the rice. It will only take a few minutes. You can tell me more about your day. Well, I slept really well last night. Again, thanks to you. You seem to have this effect on me where sleep is concerned. For 2 nights in a row, I've never slept better. I'd think about our time together, conversations we'd had on the phone, and I'd smile and then fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. Have you not been sleeping well lately? He asked. Well, I don't sleep well on most nights. Either I'm stressed, depressed, or maybe wondering what the future holds for me. I mean, I love to meet people when I'm out and about, but sometimes I just prefer to be alone like 100% of the time. But that is until I met you. Well, you can be alone with me anytime. I don't mind, he added while washing the rice. That's funny. Careful, I might take you up on that offer, she replied right back. Okay, this rice is well washed and cooking in the rice cooker. Come on, I'll take you on a quick tour of my place. Great. Now, while it's not too big, it's got plenty of space for me and what I like to do and what I need. I've got your typical open space here, dining area, living room, and the kitchen with high ceilings, a huge hall bathroom, 3 bedrooms, 1 master, 2 spare. This is my office here, and a video music studio room, and then the master bedroom has a huge vanity area with 2 walk-in closets, I guess, for him and her, a huge spa-like standing shower, and a large adjacent whirlpool bathtub with jets. Then I've got a separate laundry room area, of course, garage, backyard. And the best part about the place is that it's brand new, just built. I was the first one to move into it. No one lived here prior to me. I love that. So you have that new home scent and feel all around you. I just think it's kind of a good feeling. Yes, that is nice. I think the building where I live was built in like the 80s or earlier. I like the high ceilings in my bedroom and the skylights over the stairs. But the house itself is it's kind of rather outdated, and it could use a remodeling in many ways. I won't be there for long. I'm saving my money to move out somewhere new when I find the right place for me. That sounds smart. Where have you looked? Well, I like what I see here. Need a roommate? You make me think. I could charge rent. I could easily cook enough for the 2 of us. How well do you do dishes? I like to keep my place spick and span clean, Would you promise to help me keep it that way? Oh, absolutely. I'm the best dishwasher this side of the Mississippi. I've got soft hands from washing all the dishes at my place. Here, want to feel? Wow, your hands are soft. Let me just hold them a little while longer, just to make sure. Oh, wow, they're a little cold. Here, let me warm them up. Oh, your hands are warm. Your hands are soft, too. Well, thank you. I moisturize daily on the hour. Oh, look, I'm due for another moisturizing session. Here, care to join me? He joked with her. Hey, let me think about it. The roommate thing. I cook, you clean. It could work. She then replied, ha ha, show me where things go, and I'm as good as in, right? She fired right back with a smile. Totally. Hey, come on, let's go check the rice. I think it's almost done. Sure. As she sips a beer, walking down the hallway. Great, it's done. I'll whip this stuff up in about 10 to 15 minutes. Meanwhile, would you like to split another beer? Sure, I'll get it. Where is it? Well, it's on the right side in the back of the fridge. That's where the beers are, and you can't miss it. There should be more mugs in the freezer also. New beer, new frozen mug, of course. Oh, there's only one mug left. Well, we could just drink out of the same one if that's okay with you. That's okay with me. All right. Hey, I've got the rice cooking, seasonings are out, and I've got the salmon sauteing in the skillet. I'm ready to whip this stuff up. Oh, I love watching you cook. You cook like a pro. You should be on TV. Well, thank you. I love that you love watching me cook. How did you come up with this recipe? Well, it was probably over time. It just got better and better. I mean, I love Asian food, Italian, and many others, other kinds of food. But when I cook for myself, I kind of discovered that I can whip up almost anything, almost any restaurant could, but sometimes even better. And in the time it takes me to drive down to their place, sit down, place my order, wait for it to be cooked, or pick it up, take it out, bring it home. Oh, I just said to myself, you know what? I could just cook this stuff at home, And besides, I published a cookbook with all my favorite dishes in it. So here, you can check it out. It's right over there on the shelf. Oh, wow. You have a lot of dishes in this cookbook. Tortellini, pizza, udon, ramen. I love ramen. Yakisoba, Japanese stir-fried noodles, crab quiche, veggie lasagna, fried rice, yes, sweet potato stuffed tacos. I must try those. Oh, pecan Belgian waffles. Your world-famous omelet. Your salad looks amazing from this photograph. And, wow, you really can cook. Well, if I moved in, I would never starve to death, that's for sure. And you'd have the cleanest dishes in the whole wide world. Hey, sounds like a tasty proposition. I think so. I'm looking around your place and it's spotless. Is this a showcase home or something? I know it's not, but it could be. You're very organized from what I can tell. Who does your cleaning? Really, I want to know. Do you hire a service to come in and clean for you, or... Nope, I do it all myself. As my good mama said, clean up as you go. It's a lot easier with just one person, of course. Not much to clean up, per se. No one else around to make a mess except me. And if I don't make any messes, well, the place is easy to keep clean. All right. Hey, dinner is ready. I'll grab a bowl and a spoon, and we shall dine. Oh, the candles. Here we go. Great, we're all set. Oh, one more thing. Let me put on some music. All right. We'll dine, chat, share another beer together, and let the night unfold as it may. Here, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. He quickly ran to his room and returned from the bedroom where he had stashed a few cut flowers in a small glass vase. He seemed to have put an amazing evening together without missing a beat. Candlelight dinner experience, soft music, and a stunning bouquet of flowers to color their dining experience with even more romance, if that's even possible. Oh, they're beautiful. Hey, they're for me. No, I mean for you. Oh, I love them. She leaned over to kiss him and said, "Thank you," in that soft, inviting voice. You are really making this girl blush with this special night, aren't you? Hey, I'm glad you like them. I like them too. Flowers can just kind of add that extra little nice flair of romance to whatever you're doing. And these aren't roses. These are just like a bouquet of fresh spring flowers that do just that. And when it comes to roses, specifically, I've got some stuff to share with you about that, which I'll bring up later. But in the meantime, we've got these flowers. Let's put them right here on the table. We're ready to go. We got candlelights. We got the beach scene. We've got the music playing. It's time to dig in. You know, I've never really shared a meal, let alone a beer, with a date or anyone like this before, she said. I love the candles, the flowers, the special mood lighting, the music you selected, the Caribbean beach escape on the big screen TV. I'm just smitten with all you've done for me to make me feel comfortable in your home for the very first time. Do you actually live like this, like all the time? Well, pretty much. I mean, this is my home. I might not have candles out for my meals, but the TV might be on with a beach scene from time to time. And I always have some kind of music playing on my Bluetooth speaker system, I have all the music on my phone. I just tap in and I can bring the speaker anywhere I want. It's great. I love it. Well, I love it too. I'm getting some ideas on how to set up my next place if you don't let me move in as your new dishwasher. They both laughed. We can put your dishwashing skills to the test after I've finished feeding us. Here, have a bite. As he spoon-fed her the first sampling of his fried rice. Taking a moment to savor and enjoy this first bite of edible joy in her mouth, she reacted, OMG. This has to be the best fried rice I have ever had in my entire life. No, seriously, I love this. More, please? Another bite, please? Okay, here you go. And now he took his time to feed her a few more times before taking a bite for himself. The way they were seated at the corner of his dining table made it so easy for them to feed each other. This is so good. I can't believe it. She then takes a sip of beer out of the same mug that they're sharing. Well, thank you, he replied to her comments about the fried rice. I'm starting to notice something about you, she said. What's that? Whatever you do, say, touch, whenever it's for someone, whatever you say to them, you move people in ways no one has ever done that I've ever witnessed. I mean, you're very unique. I've never met anyone like you. I like that about you. Well, thank you. I'm just little old me. I believe you get back what you put out. If you put out your best, you give people your best, and then you can either expect the best in return or get darn close to it, as best you can, in a way that the response back to you is how you've been treating people. So if you want to be treated well, you got to treat people well. Life treats you according to how you treat others. And of course, how you treat yourself. A lot of people aren't as nice to some people as they could be, let alone themselves for that matter. I see what you mean. I fall into the trap every now and then. And I actually started seeing a therapist online, just for some of what I've been going through. Oh yeah? Like what, if I might ask, respectfully? Well, without going into too much detail, or landing on your couch as some patient in therapy, although I do like the couch idea with you and me on it, I just needed help charting my next move. I love what I do. I make good money. I'm just missing something or someone in it. I had insecurities throughout high school, and even today, sometimes I feel as if I'm not good enough, or I feel inadequate, and then I ask myself, what's wrong with me? Well, don't feel too badly. You're certainly not alone. Many folks today walk through life questioning what it is that they're supposed to do, what's their purpose, and they think about it, and they think about it a lot, almost wasting years of their life alone, single, and with no one else to mingle with or talk to. That's just the thing. Why is it that I can talk to you so easily about things? You make it so easy to open up. I feel as if I could tell you just about anything. Well, why not start now? I mean, I'm all ears. and it's eventually going to come out anyway. Here, have another bite, as he spoon-fed her again. She smiled, closed her eyes, opened up while he fed her. She loved how he fed her and the care for her that he showed. It's so romantic, and she just can't get enough. Well, it's one of the reasons why I write the books that I do. We can't always be there for people, but books can follow them anywhere. Books in print, ebook, audiobooks, video messages, interviews. Wherever they go, insight and wisdom are always at their fingertips, so their eyes and ears can take it all in. I think the problem today where relationships are concerned is that so many people are either in a rush to find love, be in love, have sex in place of love, or they don't trust people to initiate that initial spark of attraction that opens the door to finding out if two people have any real chemistry or things in common. The whole rushing into things just gets people in trouble. Not to mention we live in a me, look at me society. It's all about them and their wants and their needs, and they don't even have one clue how to take care of somebody else besides themselves. Wow, you nailed it. So true. What is this world coming to? She said. I have no idea, but I do know one thing. What's that? That I'm having a great time with you, and that we're about to finish this bowl of fried rice. Oh, I could eat your fried rice every day for the rest of my life. It's so good. Come on, let's clean up, and then we'll hop over to the living room and chat before I serve up a special dessert that I bought for us. All right, move over. Let me show you my dishwashing skills. I want to move in. Okay, hey, here you go. This goes here, and this goes over there, and that goes under there, and I'll put this away. Oh, hey, great job. Okay, ooh, I like what you're doing. I like your dishwashing style. I think you just might be hired. You know, as she turned around with her back to the sink to lean on, I really like how we work together like this, in the kitchen, Granted, it doesn't cover all of life's skills or anything deep or serious, but you cook, I clean, or we clean together. And then afterwards, well, whatever comes, I'm sure it would never be boring. You're sweet. As he moves in closely to grab the towel out of her hand and pressed her up against the sink while slightly kissing her. He pulled away quickly and left her wanting a little more. Remember, never fully satisfied and always leave her wanting more. That's how men should leave their gals, never quite fully satisfied, always wanting more in ways that keep her constantly coming back to her man for more refills. Before heading to the couch, he mentioned he had ice cream for dessert. Hey, by chance, do you like green tea ice cream? Yes, I do. Great. How about a small bowl with 1 spoon? I'd love it. Yeah, the ice cream kind of tames that aftertaste, with all those spices from the fried rice. Yes, it's a great idea. Here we go. And check this out. Have you ever had green tea ice cream with chocolate syrup? No, not that I can recall. Really? I've never had it with chocolate syrup. Here, try a small spoonful and say ah. As she opened her mouth, he gently takes a sampling of the ice cream with a dab of chocolate syrup on it, and he fed it to her. Wow, this is good. I like the green tea ice cream with the chocolate syrup combination. He takes a small spoonful himself while she talks. Are you ready for another spoonful? Yes. She opens. He inserts. She repeats. This is so good. And then she swallows greedily. I love that ocean view on your TV, she said between their ice cream spooning. Yeah, I like it. I also like to put on a fireplace view sometimes too, if you'd like to see that. Oh, a fireplace view? That'd be nice. Too bad it's not real. Oh, are you cold? Uh, just a little. He makes the switch to a fireplace video that shows off a huge roaring fire and burning logs for just the right romantic touch to add to their evening. Here's a blanket for us. Come close. I'll cover us up while we finish our ice cream. Our two lovebirds nestled under the blanket while finishing their ice cream. He continued to feed her dessert while her hands warmed up resting on his body. Oh, I really like how you live. I like how you're so relaxed, so calm, so warm, and so romantic. Well, is there any other way to be? Any other way to live? No, I guess not. As she snuggled closer to him under the blanket, intertwining her legs with his. They snuggled on the couch in front of the vista of a beautiful fire on the television screen, gazing into each other, smiling, and with a few bites left to finish their ice cream, he gestured, Here, wait a minute. You've got some ice cream on your lip. May I take care of that? As she leaned over, he planted a sweet baby kiss on her lips to remove the fake ice cream that he said was on her lips. There, that's better, he said. Thank you. That was so sweet of you. Was there really ice cream on my lips? I couldn't tell, really. If not, thank you anyway. Where would I be without you? You really do look out for me, don't you? She said with a smile. Hey, I'm always ready and waiting to make you feel good and oh, so special. She smiled again. Cozy under the blanket, romantically held in each other's arms, she thought to herself, I love this. Why can't I have this every day, every night of my life? I'm with this guy, and he's so cool and available. Why? How? It doesn't really matter right now. I'm with him, and I love this. He has a pulse. Let's be grateful. Actually, he's got more than a pulse. He has character, class, and good mannerisms. He's what you call a real gentleman. By this point, he hasn't said much. He spends his time on the couch with her, kissing her, holding her, staring at the fireplace or into her eyes, clasping her hands, pulling her arm around his body, placing his finger under her chin to kiss her a little more. Silence, in this case, speaks 1,000 words when there is nothing to be said. There's no rushing anything here either. His approach is simple. This is how I want to treat you, kiss you, hold you, share myself with you. If you like it, and you want more, I'm right here for the taking. Take me. Jump me. I'm all yours. Feeling his thoughts and caresses, she settles her head on his shoulder, staring into the fireplace as well. It's so lifelike, and the music playing in the background just sets the mood for almost anything they might want to do together. Feeling safe and comfortable by his side under the blanket, she reached around inside of her shirt to undo her bra. Not that she was going to take it off or all the way or nothing, just that she knows she'd feel more comfortably relaxed with it undone. He notices what she's doing and helps her in small ways without saying anything about it. She notices his nonchalant acceptance of her doing that, smiles, and places her head back down on his chest to rest. Eventually, they fell asleep a little bit, only to wake up again kissing one another between these mini catnaps. Whether napping or awake or chatting about random things that come to mind, this went on for hours. Kissing, napping, talking, kissing, napping, snuggling, kissing, eyes closed, eyes opened, more kissing, bodies touching, bodies bonding. warmth under the covers of a blanket. The perfect romantic scenario. At one point he asks, "Hey, how you doing?" She replied, "Wonderful. I love laying here in your arms. You're so warm. I can't get enough. I can't move. I don't want to." Hey, I think it's almost midnight. We've been lying here for a while, in and out of, sleep and nap for a few hours. She laughs. "What time do you need to be home?" "I don't have to go home. I kind of like it here." "Well, you could stay the night if you want. I don't think I'd want you driving home this late at night anyway." "You're probably right." "If you want, I have a few shirts you might like to pick from to wear if you do decide to stay over. And that way you don't have to sleep in your jeans and that nice shirt you have on and stuff like that." "Okay, sure. You can show me what you have. That'd be perfect. Thank you." "In a few, we can check out what I have for you to wear, and then we'll just mosey on into the bedroom where we can continue this great conversation that we're having that seems to consist of nothing more than kissing, snuggling, and sleeping." "Lead the way. I'm all yours." Our lovers finally mustered up the energy to leave their cozy couch nest with the fake fireplace burning on TV. While it's not too late, by some standards, they had been up late the night before and on the open sea, and then spent their first night together on the phone till wee hours of the morning. Clearly, sleep was something they both needed at this point, as the fun times together were kind of catching up on them. "Here you go. Will one of these shirts work?" Standing in his closet, they looked over some of the shirts that she could select, and they were looking over them together. "Oh, I like this one," as she holds it up against her body. "I can smell your cologne on this one, too. Just faintly, but I can smell it. It smells nice." "Really? Let me smell." "Wow, you're right. It's just faint enough that it shouldn't bother us while we sleep." "No, not at all. In fact, I think it's kind of sexy." "I know you didn't plan on spending the night at my place, but I happen to have a brand new toothbrush. And what else do you need?" "That'd be great. Can I take a shower? I always kind of do like to take a shower before I go to sleep." "Absolutely. Here, you saw that private bathroom in the spare bedroom. It's all yours. There's towels in there, body soap, some shampoo and conditioner if you need it, a toothbrush, and anything else that you might need. Just holler if you need something. I'll be standing right here waiting outside the shower." He lingers in the spare bedroom bath, joking, of course. "You're so good to me," as she smiled and laughed with him. He closed the door to the spare bedroom, leaving her alone to have some privacy. While she undressed to take her shower, she couldn't help but think, am I doing the right thing? I mean, I did just meet this guy 2 days ago, but it seems like 2 months ago. Considering all the time and adventures we've been on together, I want to stay. I'm going to stay. I love his house and how he just creates such a romantic, inviting, and relaxed mood for everything. If I do fall asleep in his arms, it'll be the best night's sleep I'll have had in years. Okay, yes, I'm doing this. Where's the body soap? Oh, this warm water feels so good, much like being held in his arms. As she lathered up her naked body with the body soap, she couldn't help but think, should I have invited him into the shower with me? That would have been nice. We could have washed each other's hair, soaped up our bodies. I always love it when a man washes my hair when I'm in the shower. I always love to soap him down as he soaps me down. We make out under the warm water flowing down our bodies. I can't wait to do that with him, if it's meant to be, of course. After showering, she turned the water off, grabbed the towel, and dried off her naked body. Touching each part, she said to herself, "Wow, I'm about to put on my fantasy boyfriend's shirt. I don't think I'll wear anything underneath. I'll be brave. I don't think he's the type to try anything. He seems like he's always setting me up to make the first move, giving me that power, which I actually like. It's kind of sexy. Later, when I know he's safe, I'd love for him to make all the moves on me. Oh well, let's hurry up and get dressed. I've got some kissing to get back to."